Assalamualaikum dear students, welcome to NIVS Home School. Hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. This is Kamrun, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students of class 1, today I am going to take your English literature class. And now today's topic is a poem. And the name of this poem is The Old Owl. And what is the name of this poem? The Old Owl. So have you ever seen an owl? Now look at your book, page number 13. There is a picture of an owl. So this is the picture of an owl. Okay, today we will read this poem, The Old Owl. So all of you take your new Success with Buzzword book. Okay, this book, the Buzzword book. All of you will take this book, Buzzword book, and you will go to page number 13, and you can see a picture of an owl. And today we will know about the poem of an old owl. Okay, and dear students, in your book, now look, this poem is written here in black color. Okay, so all of you will learn the poem, which is written in your black color, and there are some sentences written in blue color. So you will try to act like this. Okay, so let's start our class today. The Old Owl. So all of you will act like this, and it's written in the blue color in your book. The Old Owl. Okay, the name of this poem is The Old Owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose and pointed ears and claws for his toes. He sits in a tree and he looks at you, and he flaps his wings and he says to it too. Okay, let's do it again. The old owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose and pointed ears and claws for his toes, and he sits in a tree and he looks at you, and he flaps his wings and he says to it too. Okay, so all of you will act like this, and I think you can do better than me. So we will see it in our live class. Okay, and we will act like this. Now look at the board. The old owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose and pointed ears and claws for his toes. He sits in a tree and he looks at you, and he flaps his wings and he says to it too. Let's read again. The old owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose. Now look what is written there. Circle your eyes with your fingers. So when you read this line, there was a wise old owl, you will circle your eyes with fingers. With a pointed nose, they make an upside down V on your nose with your fingers. So when you read this poem, you will make a V shape with your fingers, and it will be upside down. Now look at this nose, it V shape, and it is pointed. And pointed ears, stick your fingers up near your ears. So now look, you will stick your fingers up near your ears, and now look at the ears of this owl, it is pointed. And claws for his toes. Hold out your hands with hooked fingers. So now look at the claws of the claws of these owls. It is hooked. So you will you will show your fingers, and it will be a hook. You will hooked. It will be. You will show your hands with hooked fingers. Okay, that means it symbolizes the claws of this owl. He sits in a tree. Cross your arms. So when you are going to say this line, you will you will cross your arms. Okay, and he looks at you. Circle your eyes again. So just like the first line of this poem, and he flaps his wings. So you will flap your arms just like the wings, and he says to it too. Okay, so let's read The Old Owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose and pointed ears and claws for his toes. He sits in a tree and he looks at you and he flaps his wings and he says to it too. So dear students, let's do it again. The old owl. There was a wise old owl with a pointed nose and pointed ears and claws for his toes. He sits in a tree and he looks at you and he flaps his wings and he says to it too. Okay, you will practice this poem just like it and you will learn this poem at your home, and you have to learn it and you have to write this poem also. Okay, and this poem will be your homework and it will be homework number 4. So homework number 4 will be the poem The Old Owl. So all of you will write 8 lines of this poem, and there are 8 lines. Now look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these 8 lines will be your homework, and don't forget to write the name of this poem, The Old Owl. You must write the name of this poem, The Old Owl, and then you will write these 8 lines. Okay. So dear students, that's all for today. I hope you have understood our today's topic. All of you will do your homework and submit it on every Saturday in the school library. So dear students, if you have any problem or if you have any question, you can ask me in your live class or you can contact me over phone. So dear students, see you again. Allah Hafiz.